Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Alana here once again today. Today I'm actually going to be doing a Q&A. I'm really sorry. I don't know if you can hear the lawnmower outside, but it might be a bit annoying. But anyways, today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I've received heaps of DMs mainly. People that have messaged me on Instagram that have watched my video on YouTube. Also a few people in the medical field have contacted me again to do a Q&A, basically to explain what's happened to me. So I'll give you a bit of a background story about what happened to my ankle, why I had to have surgery and why I have to have a second surgery. So basically today I'm going to answer a bunch of questions that have been sent to me and also explain my personal story and kind of what I did to little tips and tricks to help out with the healing process, etc. How I actually broke my ankle in the first place is I was playing touch football. Oh, hi, my cat's here. Hello, Bean. What are you doing? I swear he'll probably knock over the camera actually. Anyways, how I broke my ankle is I was playing touch football of a Tuesday night. It wasn't raining, but it had been raining, so the fields were slightly wet. Anyways, I was in attack. I had the ball, I took a dump, I moved to the side. As I was moving to the side, I don't exactly know, I've been kind of told different things. People from the sidelines thought the person coming up from the other team actually pushed me and I fell, but I think it's just as I put the ball down, moved to the side, dummy was picking up and I was going to come back on. So it was a you and me pass. I was going to come back on, collect the ball, but as I kind of was, my body kept turning and I fell over. I think my ankle kind of got stuck behind the back of my other knee, and as that moving process, I just didn't stop moving. My footing must have been bad, and about 5 people heard a big crack, it was disgusting. So yeah, when I actually landed on the ground, it was really bizarre. I actually landed, so it was my body weight, I'm pretty sure, that crushed, and the turning process that crushed that bone, because I actually was leaning back over my body, my leg was like that, and then I was over it, laying flat on the ground. So I sat up and then had to pull my leg back around, and I don't cry, so I just sat there. And one of my best friends, Brianna, she's like, oh yeah, was just waiting for me to get back up. And when I didn't get up and start running again, everyone was like, oh shit, and then obviously the ref, it was disgusting. All you heard was this big break, a big snap. 5 people heard it. The ref came over and was like, that sounded like an old lady's break. It was disgusting. So anyway, once again, I chilled there, we iced it. I didn't really, because I literally don't cry, so everyone's like, oh, I think it's tendon, everyone thought it was just tendon damage, or I pulled something, or because they put ice on it, and when you usually put ice on a break, it's burns, it's an awful feeling. But I think I just have a high pain threshold, so I wasn't really fazed. I was like, cool. But the worst part was getting moved. When the guys had to lift me up and walk, it literally felt like it felt like your foot was just hanging there, which when I got an x-ray and everything, basically was part of it. So yeah, backstory, I got in the Amber, got a little ambulance ride to the hospital. It was so much fun. And I thought, well, I don't know, I thought I was being a bit dramatic. I didn't really want to get an ambulance because I was literally fine. But then nobody could carry me. It's not I could get carried by people into the hospital. So it was the smartest option to get an ambulance. But that's the background story. Got into hospital. Mum and I stayed there till 3:30 in the morning. We got back home at 4 o'clock. And they x-rayed it. I have a spiral fracture, so I'll link a photo probably of my x-ray maybe. I don't know if that's weird. But the fracture, it literally looks like when you've got a stick and you've twisted it, how it shards. That's kind of what my x-ray looked like. And you'll see little bits sticking out. There's a clean breakthrough, and then there's another section that's jotted out. But yeah, looking back now, I just thought in the beginning I had to get a cast, went home with a cast, was cool, didn't need surgery because nobody said anything that day. So that happened on Tuesday, and my family were leaving to go to China on the Sunday. So I had about a few days in between to kind of get used to crutches, and literally everyone left, my mum, my dad, my sister, and her boyfriend. So I was like, cool. But it was fine, they had it planned for ages, and I was like, yeah, go, I'm fine. The weird part is not the weird part, we have so many animals. We have 3 dogs and 2 cats, so that was kind of the only concern while I was looking after the animals, feeding them. We have a 2-story house, so we have 20 odd stairs. So that was like the challenging part, but yeah, apart from that, all good. Basically then what happened is that I broke it on Tuesday. The following Tuesday I had to go back in to get like the checkup, like another x-ray to see how it's going, and my friend Brie came with me, so I'm like, "Can you come like get me and we'll go." So we went to the hospital, got in there and went off and got my x-ray, came back, got called into the room, and the doctor's like, "So what do you think's happening today?" Like literally like this. She was the most like blunt doctor, like she told you how it was. She's like, "So what do you think's happening today?" I'm like, "Oh, so I think I'm here, I need to get an ultrasound." And she stared at me, and then I was like, "I need to get a new cast." And she's like, "No, you're not, you're having surgery." I literally like looked at Brianna and I was like what? And I was like, "When?" Like when? And she's like, "Oh, so like Friday." This was on a Tuesday, and my whole family was in China, and I had like a house full of animals, and I was like, everyone's like, I basically said that to her. I'm like, "Look, my family's like all away, I'm looking after the house." And she's like, "That's what your friend's for." And I looked at Brianna again and I was like, ah. So then I basically like went home, and then I wasn't gonna tell, and yeah, so she said it was actually gonna be on a Friday, and it ended up being on a Thursday. So I got surgery on a Thursday, and I literally went home and like I stayed at Bree's house that night, and thank goodness, like my neighbour's like an absolute angel. She like looked after our animals and everything for me, and I didn't want to tell my mum, and then I'm like, I'm not gonna tell her unless she asks, because she's like would be stressing like over in blimmin' China, and yeah, she asked, so I like told her, I'm like, "Look, I'm getting surgery on Thursday, it's gonna be fine, blah blah blah." And she's like, "Do you want me to come home?" And I was like, "No, it's all good." So yeah, that's basically like the rundown of the backstory of what happened. Yeah, I found out on Tuesday I was having surgery, went in on Thursday to have surgery, and came out with a bunch of screws and bolts and a plate. So not too bad. Yeah, the post, it went fine. Like I didn't, like, you know, it's always like a little bit scary going under. I've never had like this type of surgery. I was like, had my wisdom teeth and stuff out, and like an exposure in that tooth, but you know, that's about it. So that's a background story of it all. I might get in, I posted on my Instagram basically like a Q&A, like ask me questions, and I got a bunch of responses, so I'll answer a bunch of, yeah, there's like quite a few, so I'll answer a bunch of them. And yeah, I also have a few people from like the medical department that have contacted me saying, "Can you give like tips and tricks about how to use crutches?" I might actually start with that. So going up and down stairs, you always use, so this is the step, like this is like the step, so I'll do it like that way. So you always use your good foot. So obviously you stabilize yourself on the lower ledge like there, and then you put your good foot up and then bring your bad foot up. So it's like a you know, a stepping process, but you never want to try to put your crutches up first and then your foot. You always put your foot up then your crutches. So foot, crutches, foot, crutches, foot, crutches. If you put your crutches up first, then you kind of have to like bounce, like you have to, because I've tried it, you have to like really leap up to the next step, and it's really dangerous. You can possibly fall down, lose your footing, lose your balance, and end badly. Not that it did to me, but don't do it. Always foot crutch instead of the other way. What else have I been asked? Alrighty, a lot of people have asked, do you like crutches? I always wanted crutches as a kid, but the answer is probably no. They can get quite uncomfortable. That's also another thing. You'll also notice a little tip about crutches, and I was actually going to do the same until an orthopedic lady told me not to. Do you often see like a lot of people how they put like material or like tea towels or something on like that part of your crutch to make it comfortable under your arm? You should not be doing that, because you shouldn't actually have any of the pressure on there, because you can do nerve damage to under the arm area. So what you want to do, like I can't really show you, like I don't know if I can. So when you go like that, you don't want to actually be leaning on it. You need to be really like pushing through your arms. So you want to be like pushing off this section there, really pushing through. You don't want to be like slumping on it, because you will do like nerve damage basically. So yeah, really pushing through your arms, making sure you're activating your muscles through there when you walk. Also tense your tummy, so it just helps with your balance. And oh my gosh, literally using crutches uphill or for too long, you get like a serious ab workout. Like, yeah, you'll get a workout from it. Alrighty-o. So somebody's also asked, do your toes get cold? Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I always like, you want to be careful. If they're too cold, it could mean like there's obviously like your circulation's not good, so always keep in mind. Obviously like you can put like a light blanket or something over it, but you don't want too much pressure around the toes area. So my toes don't really get cold, to be honest. If they do, I chuck a little blanket over it. How are you liking the cast and crutches? Once again, you have to get used to it. Basically, like you have no other option. So I suggest like get to like them, get to love it, because it's gonna be with you for like 6 weeks. This is my 3rd cast, so this has been 6 weeks. Probably been like about like, I don't know, it's been forever. Like you have to learn to like it and learn to love it. Somebody said, do you like or hate the attention? So like I'm not an attention seeker, but obviously people ask about it and you have to like explain the story or whatever. So not really either. Like it's sometimes annoying, because literally sometimes I hate it. Like I'll go to the shops and everyone's like, oh my god, like wow, all these little kids are like, mommy, look, what happened to that lady? Oh, look at her. Oh, the poor lady. Like, and they're kids, so like it's kind of like you can't do anything about it. But literally like, even old people, they'll just be like, I have a scooter that I like scoot around with. You probably saw it in like an intro of my other video. And it's so handy. You can literally scoot around the shops. Like it makes life way easier compared to bringing crutches, especially if like you need to go like to different shops in the shopping centre. And literally old people will just be like, what? So yeah, I don't really love or hate it. Like you just gotta deal with it. Ways to get comfortable. So it's so weird. It happened exactly when I broke it and exactly when I had surgery. So the first night wasn't bad, but it always was the second night that was absolute hell. Like just so painful. Couldn't get comfortable, didn't even sleep at all the second night after getting surgery. Just, it was so awfully uncomfortable. It was just, you felt sick because it was just sore all the time. You always want to elevate your leg above your heart. Basically getting pillows, making sure you're comfortable. Sometimes because I was sitting down for so long and I'm usually like super active, like running around doing things, I found that my back got sore. So just make sure your back's at an angle that is comfortable for you and it's not actually putting extra pressure on your back when you don't need to. And always just elevating that foot really. Get some pillows, make it comfortable. For sleeping, this might be different for everyone in a way of getting comfortable, because of course everybody's injuries and breaks are different. My screws and everything, my plate is literally like just like that section there. It's on the my fibula, so it's on the outside bone. So if somebody broke their tibia, it might be a different story for them. But if I go to sleep at night, I always like lay on my side and put like a pillow between my legs. So like this side of your leg would be up, so there wouldn't be any pressure on that. It'll be on the underside instead of the outer side of your leg. So I always like put it up and like kind of like hug a pillow and sleep that way. And I've got used to doing that. I was a tummy sleeper originally, so that can be quite uncomfortable still. If you do want to sleep on your tummy, like lay flat and then put a bolster or a pillow underneath your legs. I actually have like a little bolster kind of there. So what you want to do if you're going to lay on your tummy, you'll put like a pillow or a bolster like there underneath, so there's like no pressure on your toes or anything like that. That's what I did to get comfortable. Alrighty, next question. How does it feel inside the cast and does it get numb? So not really. Since having surgery, my last like 4 little toes like feel like they're cramping all the time, which is so annoying. Like, and I've got used to it now, but I think I just need to meow. What is it? This is my other, oh, don't scared. Come here, Tinky. Come here. I don't know what he's doing. But my 4 little toes would always like cramp and get really kind of tight. I think I need to like stretch them out and obviously get physio, but they were so annoying. I've just got used to it and like they're not annoying as much anymore. Sometimes you don't really feel like numb, but obviously like when I first got this cast on, because it's my last cast before I go into a moon boot, you feel like this was so tight on this, like it was really tight, but it was actually good how it was like that, because as the swelling has further gone down, it's not like super uncomfortable. So I'm actually glad the guy that casted it was awesome. But yeah, it's just, you don't really feel numb, but you do feel that pressure, especially when your foot's elevated and then like you bring it down, it's like a gush of blood, and then like you feel like a bit like throbby, but that's probably about it. All right, next question. What's the cast like in terms of range of motion? So, like, you don't really, like, my foot's at like a right angle, so it's not that great. It just stays there. You can like wiggle your toes, but that's about it. It's next question. So do you have any pictures of your break? Yes, I do. I can link them above. It's basically, yeah, like a typical spiral fracture. This is a weird question. Do you put a toe ring on the casted foot? I actually got sent, a company sent me like a bunch of stuff as well, so they actually had some toe rings and I thought they were normal rings, and I did pop them on for a little bit actually to get some photos and stuff, but can't say I'm the biggest fan of toe rings, to be honest. Alright.
How I actually broke my ankle.
I'll show you my new cast. This is my new cast. Basically, it's a full fiberglass cast, and I got it in black purely because I thought it would like go well with things. And I'm not really, actually, in saying that, I do like bright colours, but I don't know, black goes with everything. I've always wanted a black cast, so luckily they had black and I got black. Alright, the next question is, have you broken any other bones? Yes, I have. So I've broken, like I said, like heaps of my fingers, like that's absolutely messed because it's like on an angle like that. Those two there, so I've broken those 3, and I cleanly broke that thumb in half playing hockey when I was in high school, and also broken that arm, my right arm. So yeah, all my injuries are sporting related. I'm sure you can tell that I like to have a good run around back in the day. In relation to the cast, I had a few people saying like, what's the colour? It's black, obviously. Is it all hard this time? Yes, it is. And what technique did they apply? So I don't know, it's a non-weight bearing cast, and it's, you've had to foot, you can get like some like people like have to have like a ballerina split, which means like their foot has to be pointed, I'm pretty sure, but mine had to be at a right angle, so it was awful. It was really painful when the guy did it, so he had to like put his weight there as he was casting up my leg to like make sure it was in that right angle. So yeah, that wasn't ideal, but yeah, a lot of people have asked, can I do a DIY crutches, which I'm actually so keen to do. I bought like some stuff to do it today, but I haven't yet because like I want to make them really funky and like rainbow, and like it wouldn't match with a lot of my outfits and stuff. So, well, the main reason I'm doing it is I'm going to a festival that one of my friends is coming with me, and we're gonna go down to the sunny coast and go to the big pineapple festival, so I'm so excited. But basically we're gonna cover these bad boys and we're gonna make them rainbow, so it'll be so cool. But I mean, I could have done it earlier and like worn like them with my cool outfits, but I don't know, I guess I was like a bit lazy and haven't done it yet. Alright, so next question. When are you getting your cast removed? So I'll get it removed in a few weeks from, actually I should say it's like just about like a week from today. I'll get it removed, and then I will be in a moon boot for 6 weeks after that. Okay. What are the most difficult things to do for you with the cast? So obviously driving is probably the worst thing ever because I can't do it. So I'm really independent. I don't like people doing things for me. I kind of get a little bit grumpy sometimes. If you ask my mother, she'd be able to tell you, because she's like, oh my god, can I help you? Alana, let me do that, open the door. And I'm like, no, like, let me do it. Like, I can do it, it's fine. But then she gets angry because then I get frustrated. And then maybe I need to have a bit more patience. But yeah, driving is awful because I can't drive, but it isn't fun getting like my friends to pick me up because I'm literally always the driver. I'm like, I'll come get you, but then I get to be picked up, so it is really fun. Also like exercising, like you literally can't exercise, and my poor leg, like this is like all like, it's all like nothing, like it's disgusting. I'm gonna have like the skinniest little leg, and it's a bit sad. So like exercising, walking, that's something I obviously can't do, or running or playing sport. Just like general stuff, like you don't go out as much because it's just a bit trickier. But I mean, what can you do? You have to just learn to live with it, and you know, that's about it. Last question is, how long did the surgery take? So I think I got told it took about 90 minutes, but I think it actually took a bit longer. It wasn't the most straightforward surgery in terms of the way I broke it. Basically, I have a 10cm plate in my ankle, as well as a bolt, because my fibula, basically how it's like cracked there, it's actually compressed, so it's moved down, and it's on my joint. So my ligaments were pretty badly damaged, I've been told, because it was compressed too much. There wasn't actually any space for the tendons or ligaments or whatever it is to function properly. So by applying the bolt in, it actually kind of like lifts that bone up to leave way and get the ligament and the joint functioning as it should. Also I have a 10 centimeter plate, a bolt, and 7 screws. So yeah, I'll get the bolt removed. I'm having surgery again in about, I don't know how long, 3 months from when I had surgery the first time. And it should be just a quick like half an hour, 45-minute surgery to get that big bolt out. So yeah, that's about it. I'll be in a moon boot all during that period as well. I don't think I'll have to get recasted. But no, that's probably about as much. It's so dark now, you probably, like, I'm sorry, you probably can't even see me. That's about all I have to talk about. If you have any other questions about anything, feel free to comment below, shoot me a message on Instagram. I'll link my socials below as well. But yeah, that's about it so far. I might do a video more in depth about using crutches, easy ways to use them, and like do it more like visually explaining instead of me just trying to use my hands. But no, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's kind of short and sweet. Hopefully it doesn't drag on for too long. Once again, if you're having surgery or a broken bone in terms of like an ankle or whatever, have any questions, like I said, comment below and I'll try to explain and get back to you as best as I can. Of course, I'm not like a health professional, so any serious questions that you have concerns about, of course, go to your doctor. But no, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!